what long number of zeros did you use?
Well, I started with the bottom one first, and then I was going with the top one.
Alright, so the bottom one was kind of easy, right? What did that one estimate to? 10 to the fourth power. So it estimates to,
Wait. Never mind. But if you simplify it.
10,000, right?
Which one are we doing?
We're doing exercise number 1 at the top of your paper. The Federal Reserve states that the average household in January of 2013 had $7,142 in credit card debt. She put that on the bottom because we are, if you read a little farther, we're dividing here. We're trying to figure out how much greater the whole U.S. debt, which was a huge number. Did you see that number?
I started
Yes. 16 trillion, right? So she's got to take it now, and she's got to estimate it up. All right? So how many zeros did you end up getting there then?
Well, I said 14.
14.
Wouldn't it be 13?
Raise your hand if you got 14 for your amount of zeros. All right, let's write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You break it off.
You need a word.
Yeah, but it rounds more to 10 trillion
You can't round
than
down.
100.
You can't round down though.
You can't because
So it should go. It should go because it won't go to 10. It's got to go up to 100. It has to.
Why does it have
it
to
can't
be?
be 1 trillion, so it has to be 100 trillion.
The directions say to the nearest power of 10 that exceeds. So you can't go down to 10. You have to go up to 100 because it's 16. Very confusing, huh? 10 to the 14. And so now we subtract. I hope you subtracted because when you divide power to 10 exponent, you get 10 to the 10. So the national debt is 10 to the 10th power greater. I should have wrote my work over here in the second. Oh, this was your exercise, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right, now we're going to go to, I know this is confusing. It's not like normal, but I want to give you lots of practice before I ask you to do the exercises, all right? So now we're going to go to the second block at the bottom of your paper. Everybody with me? Exercise 2. And I'm giving you 2 numbers. The population of New York State, a huge number. This is modern day. And the population of New York City, modern day. All right, we're going to, listen to the words, we're going to compare, all right? We're going to compare the two.
Is this example 2?
All right, so begin changing it over, and I'm going to tell you that we're going to compare.
I thought this was.
All right. Raise your hand. Somebody.
Yes.
Next power of 10 that exceeds. Daniel's got it.
7.
So is it going to go up to 100? 19 would go up to 100. It wouldn't go down to 10, would it? Because it's got to be the one that exceeds. So it would go up to 100. Is that million? 100
Yes.
million? There was a little guy on the TV the other night that showed big little shots or little big shots. And they gave him this huge number, and he just rattled it right off. A trillion, kabillion, something. Anyway, I think that's 100 million, right?
That's 100.
That's 10 million. Well, the top number should be 100 million, but the bottom number
Right.
should be 10
We haven't done the bottom yet, but we're getting ready to for it. Yes, we are. So now we do the bottom. We're comparing the larger one to the smaller one. What'd you get, Danielle?
10 million.
10 million. So now we can make this 10 times, we're changing it into that scientific notation look. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 10 to the 8. You don't need the 10 times, you just need 10 to the 8. Divided by,
7.
now, do you see how general that is? 10 times bigger? Let's get a little more specific. Are you ready? If you don't have room in your square, a want you to go over on the back because this is important. Watch
How
what
much
happens.
removal we need?
We're gonna do the same problem again, we're gonna do it different. This time, the directions say, and this, I'm getting you ready for your homework. The direction says, single digit, it does not say power of 10, it says single digit times a power of 10. This is where third period today, I'm going to be honest, they were confused. So I'm going to try to go nice and slow for you to understand. I'm going to come over to a clean board. So we're going to take this number, we're going to round it to a single digit times a power of 10. All right? So I'm going to take 19, is that million? And I'm going to round it up to 20 million. Don't get confused, stay with me.
No, we had different.
All right? So we're going to use 20 million. Go ahead and write that. I want you to see it. Over. We're getting a little more specific, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're not so general. The bottom number, what are we going to use?
9 million.
We could, but it doesn't say to exceed. It just says round normally.
Then 8 million.
So it's going to be 8 million. Okay? Here we go. All right, now let's change the powers of 10. Watch this. Here's how you can do it. Single digit 2 times 10. We're in scientific notation now, guys. To the, how many zeros?
7.
Okay, divided by. For single
8.
digit,
8
8
8 times 10 to the 6.
times 10 to the 6. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting more specific. Boy, it's going to get a lot more specific than the boring number that we got here. 10 times bigger. No, we're going to be a lot better than that. All right? Now this should look a little familiar from earlier. Same base. We can subtract. 7 minus 6. That's easy. 10 to the 1. This one, not so easy. It's not 4. We're not dividing 8 divided by 2. We're dividing 2 divided by 8, which is 1/4. Which if you know your decimal equivalents, if you don't, you can punch it into a calculator. 0.25. Much more specific, even better. What's 0.25 times 10?
25.
2.5.
Oh, you guys remember your principle.
You just move it over
When
one.
you're multiplying times the power of 10, Logan,
You move it over.
you move it over however
To the
many
left.
zeros. There's only one. So now watch this. New York State is 2.5 times bigger than New York City. Much better when you take it to a single digit, okay?
What
So
was
there
our
was
final
two different ways today. It was very confusing for third period. We did it by rounding up to a power of 10 that exceeded it. And then we did it today, right here, single digit times the power of 10. All right? Questions?
Where did you
Sean?
put
0.25, 2 divided by 8. Okay, we're going to do another one. Stay with me. Example 3, third box. Everybody there, right? Okay, are you ready? How many devices do you think there are in the world? How many devices?
More than
Over a billion.
Are you ready for this huge number?
It's like a trillion versus the
We
population.
get a drum roll?
Here we go, drum roll.
It's probably like,
I got the drum roll.
it's like 9 million.
It's a card like.
9 billion.
I knew it. Billion?
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
do that. I think there's
Stay with me. Stay with me. Logan?
I think there's more because like a calculator's a device. A projector is a device. Like
That's a hard, it's kind of, what's the word, subjective?
what's a device and what's not.
Yeah, for real. Now, here's the interesting, every device has to have a router. Okay? All right? Here's what it said in my paperwork. I don't know this, but I'll read it to you. It says that if a wireless router can support 300 devices, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So, one wireless router can support 300 devices. So how many routers would we need? That's the question.
A lot.
So we're gonna have to divide again. Everybody see what I did there? I'm setting it up. I want us to practice. Here we go. Change it on your own right now. Change that. Powers of 10. Question, one.
Well, are we doing it with the single digit?
Yes, we are doing it with a single digit, just like we did here. Now I'm gonna erase and get ready for you. All right? You guys are doing great.
I got it.
All right. I'm hearing and I got it. Another one over here, Ryan's got it. Daniel, thumbs up. All right, who wants to try it? Give me a step. Danielle Stein back there.
Okay. 9 times 10 to the 9th power. And then 3 times 10 to the 2nd power.
To the third power.
I think there's just 2 zeros, right? Okay, so now we're gonna divide. And they're so nice on this one, huh? Because it's beautiful, it divides nice and simple. Lindsay, what do you get?
So, times would be 3 to the 7th power.
So she did her powers of 10, 10 to the 7th, she subtracted 9 minus 2.
And then I'm confused on how to.
So this one, just think of them as regular numbers. 9 divided by 3.
So it'd be
Here we go. So how many routers do we need? Oh, let's go ahead and write the huge number. Why not? You ready? 3 with 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those of you who like to read big numbers, Josiah, give it to us. How many routers would we need?
30 million.
30 million. 30 million. Okay, so now your turn. How's our time? Oh my goodness, our time. We have to do one more. You ready? Everybody on your paper. I know, confusing. Go back now. Exercise 2. On your front paper. Exercise 2. There's 2 parts. There's 2 parts to it, okay? I want you to try to at least get the first part before the bell rings. We will have no homework tonight because this is a really introductory day, okay?
We're going to have no homework.